A lot to unpack here. You are actually based out of Winnipeg, so very familiar with this one. The city prohibits pit bulls and certain terriers. Is this a divisive issue? Has there been a lot of red tape here?
When we talk about the issue of breed-specific legislation, or pit bull bans, as it's more commonly known, certainly it is a divisive topic quite often. And I get it. I'm a mother of 2 young children. I think that where people are coming from is that they want to protect public safety. But unfortunately, pit bull bans are outdated, they're ineffective, and they're unscientific. So if we really want to protect public safety, I think what we need to understand is that dogs are not bad or dangerous because of how they look. And because of that, breed bans are completely arbitrary. And when you look at other jurisdictions too, the evidence is really clear. In Toronto, for instance, the number of dog bites actually went up after their breed-specific legislation was enforced, and a study of 36 Canadian municipalities showed really no difference when it comes to the amount or severity of dog bites following the enactment of a pit bull ban. So, I think that this is an idea that's certainly we need to act on it quickly to get rid of this pit bull ban and to really think about taking a community approach to responsible pet guardianship in the city.
Another somewhat divisive topic on the agenda. They're also looking at exotic animals, what isn't allowed, certain spiders, snakes, reptiles. I know bird lovers have kind of been sounding the alarm over this one. What do you think of this list? Is it important to have some kind of framework around exotic pets?
Absolutely. And you're right. This is the aspect of the proposal that's really garnered the most attention so far. And emotions run really high on both sides. So it is incredibly important to regulate the ownership of exotic animals in the city. Every year, millions of wild animals are taken from their natural habitats or bred in captivity to become exotic pets. So there's 2 key points, I think, here. The first is that no one is going to be taking away Winnipeggers' beloved pets. All existing animals would be grandfathered in. So I think that's really important to know. And then the second piece is that I think that the question about what types of exotic animals should be allowed as pets in the city is really one that should be governed by science, right? And not emotions, not based on what types of animals we might like to keep as pets. But the question should be, are these types of animals able to be kept in captivity in a way that really meets their social and biological and psychological needs as well? And unfortunately, for many exotic animals, the answer is no. Their needs simply cannot be met in captivity.
Again, so much to unpack here, more than we can unpack in a 4-minute interview, but we have about a minute left here. Before we let you go, they're also looking at banning the use of outdoor body hold traps. Is this a big one, do you think, for protecting pets?
It is. I think it's absolutely important. And this is one where we actually did some polling on this and found that 65%, more than 65% of Winnipeggers would support a ban on the outdoor use of lethal traps. And I think that's for very good reason. These traps cause incredible suffering and they're indiscriminate. They catch wildlife. They also catch companion cats and dogs. And we saw last January a particularly tragic case where Ruby the dog was trapped in a conibear trap for more than 30 minutes as her owner struggled in vain to release her and had to watch her beloved pet die in front of her. So I think that this is one whose time has certainly come. I don't think there's any place for these types of traps in the city. And so far, council seems pretty responsive to that. So I really hope that that we'll see soon that these traps will no longer be allowed in city limits.
I'm sure they're going to be getting a lot of feedback. If you're watching this morning and you want to have your say again, you can weigh in on the city's website until February 13th. That is Kaitlyn Mitchell joining us this morning, the staff lawyer for animal justice. Thank you so much for being here, Kaitlyn.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you.